Welcome to 25th edition of IFFK. This festival was, as all of you know, was about to supposed to be conducted the last of 20, 2020 December. Due to the global pandemic, we were forced to shift the dates. We thought it important to hold it because it's the 25th edition, and the cultural healing after a long pandemic, which is still on, still raging, is very important for all of us, like film lovers, filmmakers, everyone. And that's how the Academy is conducting this edition of the festival in February. And unfortunately, we are not able to host the makers of films outside India physically. You know the reason. But still, we thought, it's better to, we don't want to lose that opportunity to talk and interact with the filmmakers who are participating in different sections of the IFFK. So Elvin is a filmmaker, and his film Bilesuvar has been selected to the international competition section of IFFK, and he's talking to Dr. C.S. Venkiteswaran, well-known film critic. Welcome all of you to this interactive session of 25th IFFK. Thank you.
International Film Festival of Kerala, uh, which is a very well-attended festival and one of the biggest festivals as far as audience participation is concerned in Asia. So, also welcome to the Trivandrum, welcome to Kerala, welcome to IFFK, and also congratulations for this fantastic film, a very poignant film about human condition, I would say. A film that weaves different stories, 5 stories, set in a real city called Bilesuvar. That is what I understand. And also the film has, these segments are very enigmatically titled, like you have "Don't mess with me," "You mean nothing to me," "Don't worry," etc. So obviously the titles indicate uh, the film is basically about human relationships and life choices. It's about uncertainties about the future, of being unsettled in the present, and about the characters in transit, as it were. They're in transit. Some of them are thinking of leaving their home. Decisions, they're thinking about whether they made the right decisions in life. So basically about what is and what ought to be or what could be is this kind of central tension, uh, the deep and troubling suspicion about one's own life and present condition. That's what I think what animates a film and really holds it together. So let's start with how did you arrive at this idea, the theme of the film, Elvin.
Yeah. Thank you very much, dear Wink, Venkit, and actually, it's a great pleasure to be in IFFK. I mean, unfortunately, I can't attend, but it's great again to talk with you and to say something about cinema, about film. The characters in the film, it's a real people. Actually, it's people who lives in this region, in this city, and except the character of the clip maker, music video maker, who is actor also, but in the film he plays a character who shoots a music video clip, but he don't know about this actually. He don't have any idea how the camera use, etc. And he comes to this city from the capital city just for earning money, but he lose and he find himself in this trapped city. uh, I started work on this film 2 years ago, and it was a different journey for me because each character was an important for me, and uh, I wanted to make unconventional approach to the cinematic language because for me the Azerbaijani cinema, for me actually it's like that because for me the cinema not about the only poetic, fantastic visuality. For me, the film tells many things about the social, political realities and what is hidden behind the walls. And therefore, I tried to approach to this film these very very accurately, very cautiously, and I tried to collaborate each is of the stories in one line in this trapped city and open this story to the audience, to the people who gonna watch it, who will watch it, and actually uh, these characters special uh, characters for me because uh, each of them uh, contains the reality, political and social reality of Azerbaijan. Maybe not explicitly, because I am not documentary filmmaker or I am not journalist or investigator. No, I'm the filmmaker, and it's a cinematic language. And with a cinematic language, I wanted to open different sides of the story, but also I tried to keep uh, the poetic and also epic look to the cinema.
Yeah, thank you, Elvin. You're right. Like the film is also a kind of it has a kind of epic kind of nature of these journeys and missions and people's lives getting entrapped in spaces and times and all that. So I think this notion of entrapment, getting trapped in a place and trapped in certain decisions in life,
Yeah.
and about uncertainty. Has it something to do with what? How does it connect with the socio-political atmosphere of Azerbaijan, which has had the Soviet era, and then how has it got to do with like many countries, the so-called third world countries like ours, where you have some kind of uncertainty in the air in terms of socio-political situations, in terms of economy. The film, in a way, deeply connects with such larger uncertainties in the global. And how do you look at it?
Actually, uncertainty and reality. It is very. Hello, did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You're audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, something.
No, you're clear. Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh, yeah. Actually, the reality and uncertainty deeply connected with each other, and uh, sometimes we can think about the future about our country, but mostly we are not thinking about the tomorrow. We are thinking about today, what we will do. But in Bilesuvar, the people thinking about today and little bit about tomorrow, about future, because they have a wish. But this is wishes not lightly wishes. This is little bit dark wishes, and therefore the political approach comes in this side, sheers a light to this uncertainty, and we are seeing that is in post-Soviet country in Azerbaijan have different sides of human nature because it is not story only about the five people and their I mean not five people, I mean not five story only there but there is the story of people who wants to tell us about their struggle in everyday life, about their wishes in their life, and about their uh, little bit own uncertainty. Therefore, in post-Soviet country, reality always uncertainty. Like we are here and we are not here at the same time. We are living in this reality, but also we are thinking that is we are not here, and we are thinking something about past and something about dreams, something about future, and we are stuck in these realities. We are stuck. We don't know who is who. We always thinking this person might be not trustable person, but also might be trustable person. So we are always in between these decisions. Therefore, in the film, for example, in the scenes that I made in the film, uh, about teacher, about the topic, his friend from Moscow says that is, you spend your life here for nothing, for just a few kopecks, few dollars, working on the teaching, and this is nothing. Come with me. But also he after that says that is, I came to before that, sorry, says before that is, I came to decision that helping to villagers, helping to my people, it's not good. So he says something but then ignores himself. So it's also uncertainty of life and political situation. About this government tells us something about future, and then they are denying it and saying no, no, it's not like that, and they are saying absolutely different things. And so it's influences in the people nature, and people starts repeat the political realities. Because the politicians somehow influence it to their reality, and they start behave like this kind of way. And it's very tough, it's very pity, but as a filmmaker, I'm trying to depict unknown realities, not known realities, because known realities something you can check with internet, but unknown realities, it's when we are going to show the story of teacher, story of man who goes to military service, and theater people, and also the musician, singer woman, and also uh, music video maker. They are unknown reality. They are something behind of walls, and of course, political reality and something unknown behind of walls uh, intersected in this film.
Yeah, thank you. And I think the way in which the story, your film is structured, uh, reflects that. In the sense, you're just picking uh, a character from a particular point in his life and following him for some time and leaving him there. There is no kind of beginning, middle, and structure to it, and this randomness of characters, situations, and their destinies is what actually reveals what is not seen, what is not on the surface, and about it gives a kind of different kind of picture because there is no intentionality behind it. There is no definite beginning linearity in the whole thing. So I'm curious about the kind of the open kind of structure that you adopted for this film. Can you elaborate upon the structure of the film? Was it derived from the theme itself, or was it actually conceived as an anthology film? Elvin? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. The initial structure of film was observing reality and then craft the subtle line, and then while the shooting, I came to decision that this structure should be uh, different than I thought or than I expected, and therefore I wanted to make a structure like uh, we are flying over the somewhere, and we don't know what kind of sounds comes from there, like because when you are flying you don't know what kind of sounds in earth on the ground, yeah. And we can imagine it, we can just imagine. Therefore in the beginning of film we are seeing that is no sound, we are imagining it, and in the end of the film we don't hear any kind of sound, and also we are imagining it. And the structure little bit was like that. We sometimes imagining, for example, the scene when we are seeing that is the theater director stays alone in cafe, and the theater actors leaves him. He stays alone. We don't know what kind of moment he lives in there and how he then came to house while drunk after. We can imagine it, and in each story it's like that. We don't know this guy Niameddin in the end will go to military service, or he will talk with a girlfriend or not. But we can imagine also the teacher, what the child will think about him after he made something for them, and what will be with him. And also with a singer woman, no clip, no music video, and what gonna happen with her, and also the other character, the music video maker. So I mean, the structure was little bit like that. So we are uh, going to journey. Like it is like the journey. We don't know where this way leads to us. We are just going. We are seeing there is a like the some kind of light, some kind of dark, and then again lights and again darks. So the structure was about that. And actually, there was a special moment. The people, actors in each story, they never don't know each other. I mean, for example, I mean they know, but they never participated in shooting in each other. They had shoot, and I finished it. Okay, bye. I love you. So see you later. And then I went to different story because I wanted that is in the editing process made it while watching these materials, because I wanted I craft a script story actually, and then I wanted to craft editing, and I wanted to make the editing craft. I mean, watching this film entirely, and then made it with new way, with new, of course, the while the keeping this is the five story intersection structure, but also add something. And also I worked with a two producer, one from France, Etienne Derico, and another one, Irada Bagirzadeh from Azerbaijan. And actually, both of them uh, collaborated with me. They had put many things on editing. They told me we discussed a lot about editing, and we made a different structure rather than was initial idea. And also there is a French guy who is film critic in Cahiers du Cinéma, Nicolas Azalbert, and he also participated in editing process. He watched it, he told his ideas about this. So it was a really two structure there. The first structure was when we started work on film shooting process and writing this story, and the second structure came to board when we start edit.
And well, like it was very interesting the way you were explaining the structure of the film. And also one thing is like these are in a way random people. You know, you pick some people from a city. So what I'm thinking is what links them together. Maybe the space. You know, the Bilesuvar, the city. So what is the significance of the city actually? So has it anything to do with the theme you were working on?
Yeah, thank you for the question, and thank you for bringing on the on the place about this city, talking about city, it's very important and how it was. Bilesuvar is the south part of the country, the south part of the Azerbaijan. It's a city that uh, that located in the south part, and there is a border with a little bit with Iran, and there is such kind of life, little bit not lightly, and little bit more abundant actually. And when I was in there and I started to look the people, real people in this city, and I asked them, and I asked them that is, could we work together, could we do something? They are said, okay, we are agree, we wish about do something, because many years ago, when it was Azerbaijan, when was a part of the Soviet Union, the Soviet system made some kind of cultural events in cities. Not, for example, today government never does it, but the Soviet times it was, and they built the theater building, a cultural center, which I shot the scene in there, and the people went to theater, so they have an imagination about cinema, about the theater. And I started to use real people in film. I said, okay, you will do like that, and I show them how it do, etc. So I pushed them to do something, and most of the people in Bilesuvar actually very likely, with wishingly, uh, participated in our film. And film team, we have a very small group of team, not big group, small group, and especially DOP of the film, the camera. Uh, he wanted to make some kind of different shoots, and we went to different places, we searched the places, location, etc. And it was really important to bring a light the soul of Bilesuvar, because it's not capital city, but in this city there is some kind of different reality. It's not village, and but there is village also. There is like the ground muddy, there is a clouds very very in fog. There is a different kind of reality uh, connected with the weather, and the people also. There was very how can I say, film lovers, and it was a great moment working with them. They helped to us, even they helped in our technical team. So it was a great times. But we had a problem with the government and the police during the shooting always. It's a reality, I have to say.
Yeah, before I come to Azerbaijani film scene, one tangential kind of question. Because as we said, as you said, like one of the major themes of the film is uncertainty, and anxiety about the future, and also about whether one's decisions in life were correct or not. That is one major anxiety that runs through the films and the characters. Has it something to do with the kind of relationship that Azerbaijan has with Soviet Union, breaking away from it, and the kind of the memory of Soviet era and the post-Soviet era? Is it a subtext to the film? Can I read like that?
I didn't understand the last thing. Sorry, can you repeat the?
Things like this idea, the anxiety about whether we made the right decisions in life,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
anxiety, the uncertainty about the future and all that. Can we connect it as a kind of subtext of Azerbaijan's relationship with Soviet Russia? We had this long period of association with as part of Soviet Union, then breaking away as an independent country. Does it resonate with that theme? That is what I am asking.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's a very important question for me, and I have to say the uh, after the collapse of the Soviet system, Azerbaijani people started want something new wishes. They appear because in you are getting independence, but they found themselves in different realities. It was capitalistic system, new system, which started to make the new experiments on the people of Soviet, and the people who came out from the Soviet reality, who went out from Soviet reality, they found themselves in the capitalistic government experiments, and therefore now the people started behave little bit strangely because they have a memory about the post Soviet realities, Soviet times, but also they are thinking that is, and after what the comes after, and what's the reality now, and actually for me, if you will ask me what how you can praise Azerbaijani people, I mean not all but mostly, how you can praise it, define it actually, I would say that is uh, uh, I am not happy, but I don't know why. It's a reality of this.
I think that answer goes with the spirit of your film. In any case, they're unhappy, but they don't know why.
Yeah, yeah,
That's really
yeah,
very interesting, actually. Again, now to come to Azerbaijan. You know, Azerbaijan has a long history of film. Like I understand that the first films were made in 1898. So I think film cinema came to Azerbaijan, just after it was invented, Lumiere. So
yeah.
you have long film history. And what is the film scene now in like Azerbaijan? A lot of films being made, and are they being shown around? What is the kind of film culture like? Just curious about knowing that. Because as we see in the festivals, film festivals all over the world, and especially in India, a lot of Azerbaijan, very interesting films are coming from that region, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, and all that, Kazakhstan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what is there? Is a kind of resurgence happening in film?
Yeah, actually, there is a two sides of the filmmaking today. Uh, there is a reality, I mean, film reality that is we are me and maybe some people wants to make something, and it's great that these people wants to make something with their own budget, with a budget from the of Europe or another countries. They are collaborating with international producers, and they are thinking how we can find the money for making a film, or the people just getting the camera and tries to shoot with a tiny budget. This is reality. And another reality is Minister of Culture who rules the cinema, who wants to prove that this Azerbaijani cinema is growing, etc. But it's not a reality. A reality that is after the Soviet collapse. In Azerbaijan had some the building of the cinema, and the people went to cinema, and then the government started demolish this is places, and they became to restaurant, hotel, shops, etc. And film industry started go to hand of the politicians, and they are corrupt people, and they started to make games on cinema, and it's how it works. Like for example, today some of independent filmmakers, it's a strange but reality, they are getting success, and then Minister of Culture calls them, they says that is okay, let's collaborate, and we will promote you, and we will say our Azerbaijani cinema is growing. They can't say to me, I will deny it, and I will say, no, go to hell. I never will shake hand with them. But unfortunately, this is a reality. Some people is shaking hand with them. I mean, why it's like that? I know why it's like that because uh, cinema, something about the people, something about the culture, something about the sharing our loves and our struggle with international people. And in my opinion, government don't want to see it a lot. They want to see little with some kind of censorship, not open censorship, because we are not living in North Korea, but it's there is a many ways of censorship, many ways. I mean, it's like how can I say? You can. I mean, in briefly, the government tells shoot like Tarkovsky, but don't be Tarkovsky.
That I think it's the same story everywhere, or independent filmmakers, it's the
Yeah.
same story everywhere, I think. I also just one quick question, like these actors in the film, are they professionals or amateurs?
Tara is only professional actor is the music video maker, the Cameron character. He's a professional actor, and I worked with him before in my short film. But the remain actors, they are amateur actors. They are not professional in cinema, but I've worked with them a lot because the acting moment very important for me in my all films because I am trying to make the real man, real woman, real people in cinema because for me cinema again not only about the visuality, it's big thing. It's about the structure, about the story, about the camera, about the approach, about acting, about editing, etc. So acting very crucial moment, and I wanted to bring on the screen that is I actually I work it a lot in my previous film, but in this film I wanted to bring to the screen that is how can I work with the amateur people and put them to the professional side of the cinema because they are live in their characters, they are not played just because I show them how to play, I spend their time with them, I try to change their mind because they are people of the uh, small cities. They don't have a cinema. They are not watching the films, international cinema. They don't know, have any ideas. They don't have any perception of the acting. But I push it them. I spend time with them, and I say, okay, let's do that. Let's phrase the rightly these words. Talk in your language, in your dialect, not with book words. But it was a really different journey working with actors. But I tried to do something, and I hope I did.
Again, like how has the film been shown? I know that film has traveled around, has been shown in various international film festivals where it has been critically acclaimed. Also, has it been shown in Azerbaijan? How was it received if it was released?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's also very important and a crucial question for me. And I have to say that this film was in Busan, and the world premiere was in Busan, and after went to some festivals, and I am happy that now in its place in your festival. But in Azerbaijan, I guess we can show it towards the end of the year, maybe. But if we can find a place, because my previous films never shown in cinemas in Azerbaijan. Actually, we show it in the places, in cultural places, like in the screen where the gathers the I mean, very small group of people, and we couldn't get a chance to go to big screen because, as mentioned before, in Azerbaijan only few places uh, to screen a film. Mostly they are inside of the shopping malls, and we have only one the state cinema in Baku, and other cinema places actually uh, became hotel restaurant and show it. I am not thinking in Azerbaijan in big this is theater, because maybe not, because in that moment there is again uh, two reality. The government tries to make a show that is independent cinema growing in Azerbaijan, and like they are also contributed to this. And I don't want to make a I mean, I don't want to participate in this. I don't want to play in this. It's a little bit my position, but it's also principle for me.
I hope this international recognition would help create a kind of audience for your film Azerbaijan. And the last question, like, what are your current projects? What are you working on now?
What I am working on now, you mean?
Yeah.
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 Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. At the moment, I'm working on the new script. Actually, I'm writing the script. It's again the feature film. Oh, it's a new story about the three people, actually four people there. And the script writing is a very important moment for me, because when I am going to write a script, I am not living in the capital city. I am living in in the district, small than Bilesuvar, and I am sitting at house and writing the script, and the script writing takes time. And I hope I can find a budget, because I have to just mention it, that is the Bilesuvar and my other films, we made uh, this love with a small amount money, not big production, but we did it also under difficult circumstances. Uh, and we are proud that we made it under difficult circumstances. And about your question, what is your next film? Yes, now I am working on the script and I will send it to funds, etc. But maybe we can again take our cameras, find a little budget, and we can go make a film also, like the Partisans.
Yeah. Thank you, Elvin, for that,
Thank
for
you.
this, for spending time with us. And also, we hope that you will be able to, we'll meet again with your new films. And
I
all the
hope.
best. Thank you, Elvin. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Elvin.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.